behalf of all Jamaicans, I just want to say thank you to the world for helping us to rebuild our country. Jiggy, jiggy, and march, march. But make we dance with it now. Come make we march, all Jamaicans. We are one big family. Time come for deliverance, so make we march in unity. Whether PNP or Labour rights, our God loves all of we are marching on to progress. Chang down, we all are we. Everything Melissa broke down, we are gonna build back. We are gonna build back better than before. Every house we broke down, we are gonna build back. 'Cause our God have blessings in store. Time come to rebuild together. 'Cause Jamaica is our home. We are stepping out of darkness into the light. We're gonna build stronger roof and doors.
Good evening, Labour Roots, and good evening to all other comebacks watching this channel. Welcome to another episode of Political Hard Talk. I am your host, none other than the greatest Labourite alive. Good evening, my people. Good evening, worlders. Now, war of words, my people. It is hotting up down there in Jamaica. You know, the JFJ is not taking Dr. Chang's word lightly. You know, they are up in arms, my people. So we are going to break that down tonight, as well as, you know, Uncle Daryl Vaz have had some scathing remarks to make about, you know, we don't know who the gleaner. See? And we're going to break that down as well. So let's get into it, my people. Let's roll out the evening shout outs. Remember to give it live a thumbs up, my people. We are asking for 100 thumbs up per live. See? Please subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. We are less than 20 subscription away from, you know, achieving 18,000 subscribers. So if you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe. See? I want to see if you can get me to at least 30 thumbs up. Ron, big up yourself. K Clark, big up yourself. Larry, big up. Arnold, big up yourself. Good evening to my beautiful wife. Good evening, baby. Anita Earlford, good evening. June, big up yourself. Sylvan, Cherryberry. Mama Winsome, good evening. Tanya, big up yourself. Dorrit, big up yourself. Father Dark Knight, big up yourself. Jerome, big up yourself. Robert, big up yourself. Christine, big up yourself. It's Woo. Sharon, big up yourself. Winford. Mama Lifestyle, good evening. Christine, big up yourself. Pauline, big up yourself. Nardia, big up yourself. Good evening. See? So we are going to jump right into it, my people, and then we'll do the monologue afterwards. See? So here, Uncle Daryl.
By the line that are you sure you want to stand by the line that the gleaner and a media entity of decades of existence, that the gleaner and the PNP have participated in a coordinated attack from the run up to the last election on the school bus program, and you're comfortable sticking with that?
100%, and not only in relation to the school bus, but many other. And I just need to remind you and ask the listeners to look at who is it that has been on a campaign to destroy Andrew Honest. Where do those articles come from every week, week in, week out, during election, before election, and after election? Yeah? Let me tell you something. I am in the departure lounge. I have a few good things to do for this country. Yes? And I have taken off my gloves. Yes? I'm going to come out swinging because I am ready to retire, and I want to retire with my head high, and I'm not going to allow anybody or any institution or any political party to continue with the smear campaign against me and now with my ministry and the school bus system.
Brooks.
Uncle Daryl, we don't want to go, my boss. We feel like you have at least one other term. We know you want to spend some time with Admarie, but you know, we need your Uncle Daryl. We can't afford for your left yet. We want to some people. We don't want Uncle Daryl to retire. For Victor Chin, big up yourself, Father Chin. My mama said, I feel like Daryl Vaz I left too early, my people. I feel like he have one next term in him. I don't know. I am conflicted, you know. Normally, I would say, boy, he do a lot. He serving time, and he need to go chill out with the family them now. He have a heap of grand picking them when he want to go ramp with to us. You know, but I feel like he will get bored at home, my people. You know. So let us move into Norman, big up yourself, you know. Let us move on to, you know, this thing with Chang and the JFJ.
I'm not sure.
Mary, big up yourself. Dolores, big up yourself. Dan Rai, big up yourself. See? Yeah, man, we want one more term from Daryl Vaz, Father Victor. You know? So I want to listen to this.
Brooks. And in the cover story this afternoon, a sort of war of words has erupted between the security minister and human rights lobby group Jamaicans for Justice. It was triggered this morning when on this...
You know, they keep on call them human rights lobby group. I feel like they should call them. I feel like we need to prescribe JFJ now as a terrorist organization. You know, Ron Harry, big up yourself. I believe that JFJ, I don't know if you don't agree with me, but I feel like we need to prescribe them as a terrorist organization because that is what they are.
The National Security Minister, the Deputy Prime Minister, accused Jamaicans for Justice of, quote, living off blood money. He was reacting to some civil society organizations, CSOs, who he says consistently undermine the work of the police force for financial gain. Here's a report from Mahir Stewart.
Dr. Chang came out swinging against CSOs, including...
Big up in Steve. I don't know, maybe I use a word where YouTube find to be derogatory. So I don't know. Shark Zoo. Dan Rice, agree with Mr. Chang. Of course, all of we agree with Mr. Chang. Only PNP alone agree with Mr. Chang this morning.
Religious groups and Jamaicans for Justice in his first media interview since resuming official duties following a period of illness. Speaking with George Davis on Nationwide this morning on Monday, the minister argued that the consistent broadside against the police force from the groups was selfish and unfair. A strident Dr. Chang says the criticism is based solely in whether or not police personnel were using body-worn cameras during incidents of fatal shootings.
There was what I consider a broadside, an unjust, selfish, and cruel broadside against police officers because they weren't using cameras.
By whom?
It was designed by various people in the community. There were the Jamaicans for Justice, others who claim their right to life, some of the pastors who claim they know more about policing than police, and it was given a highlight in some section of the media.
According to Dr. Chang, the civil society groups are criticizing the police for their own benefit.
When the police are praying the murderers, if they shoot, if one gets shot, the police are murderer. That kind of discussion must be discontinued. I have to raise it because it is young Jamaicans' right, committed to justice and right, whose commitment to fair play is being questioned. And they will have the strength and the training to withstand it when their families start being alluded to in public spaces. It becomes a problem. The people in Jamaica under justice and other years must stop this. They are living off blood money.
Dr. Chang's comments come against an ongoing debate in sections of the society about the reduction in murders achieved in 2025 versus the number of police fatal killings for the period. He says the narratives being pushed by some CSOs suggest that the security forces are wantonly killing members of the public. The minister argues, however, that there is no evidence to suggest that police in this era are abusing their power.
In fact, evidence is contrary. When you plot the number of fatal shootings last year and reduction in murder, there's a mathematical formula which suggests, it is perfectly aligned, which on a statistical basis, it means policemen are killing murderers. So murder goes down. But yet you come out with no evidence because the prosecution rate, the fact income whose investigations are not in clear. They are budgeted for, supported by the government. They're independent, good investigators. They have less than a 2% success rate. So there's no evidence to suggest that policemen in this era, and I emphasize that, now they can discuss well, is going out there and wantonly shooting people.
Minister Chang says the narrative is hurting young police personnel and undermining their confidence in doing their job.
And when you make that kind of broadside as if to suggest that the police are the murderers, which is what they're doing, you undermine the confidence, although the police officers are, leadership is exercising their leadership. When a young man goes on the road and he knows that there's a gang over there, he will avoid it for a while. It is a natural emotional toning down because we take no consideration that these are young Jamaicans committed to protect and serve. Yet they have families. When you get this kind of broadside and suggest that they are doing something immoral and corrupt, it hurts. And I think that have to make direct appeal against desist from this kind of activity.
Mahiri Stewart for Nationwide News.
Thank you, Mahiri.
Before we go on to anything else, my people, let me just roll out their shout out there. So Robert, big up yourself. Marcia Allen, big up yourself. Carlin, big up yourself. Corinne, big up yourself. Caitlin, big up yourself. Hava, Bernard, good evening. Yes, baby, thank you. You're beautiful as well. That's why God give me you. So you can't match me. You see me? God tired for give me so ugly serpent. Have cold leather skin. So you give me one pretty one this time. Thank God. Hallelujah. Glenn Burr, big up yourself. Warrell, big up yourself. Jean, big up yourself. See it? We continue to listen to people.
Now, hours later, Jamaicans for Justice responded in a statement,
Melody,
and I will read for you in relevant part what they had to say. The Human Rights Lobby Group says Jamaicans for Justice, JFJ, has taken note of comments made by Dr. Horace Chang, the Minister of National Security and Peace, and Deputy Prime Minister, Nationwide News Network. We find the framing of our work as living off blood money both unfortunate, untrue, and inflammatory. Such language does little, JFJ says, to advance constructive dialogue on public safety and accountability. It says, in light of the defamatory nature of the blood money accusation and its potential consequences, JFJ is currently seeking legal advice on the matter and any possible actions that may be warranted. JFJ says our public releases and positions are grounded in verifiable data drawn directly from official sources, including INDICOM, the Ministry of National Security, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and court records, as well as information provided by complainants. We make no assertions, JFJ says, beyond what these authoritative sources and processes indicate. In our critique, the Human Rights Group says we do not broad brush police killings as extrajudicial. Rather, we highlight documented patterns, recurring complaints, and specific incidents such as the fatal shootings of Jamar Farquharson, Romario Sterling, and Teron Hewitt that warrant greater security. JFJ says it will not be slandered. It will not be slandered, and it has publicly called for adequate compensation and improved working conditions for police officers so they're not forced to litigate for fair wages and better treatment. It says the suggestions that they do not support the police is therefore unfounded. It says a broadside of this nature by the minister unnecessarily pits officers against a civil society organization which is dedicated to shared goals of safety and justice. JFJ says it welcomes Dr. Chang's return to active duties following his recovery and wish him continued good health and success in his responsibilities. However, as Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of National Security, JFJ says a great deal is expected of Dr. Chang in terms of leadership, measured discourse, and fostering an environment where accountability and security reinforce each other and do not clash. Joining us now to react, we have political commentator Jermaine Barrett and political commentator Kevin O'Brien Chang. Gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me.
Hi, good afternoon. Thanks for having me. Good afternoon.
All right, Jermaine Barrett, let me start with you. Did the security minister cross the line?
I think his comments were unfortunate, inflammatory. I think
there's absolutely nothing wrong with the Deputy Prime Minister's comment. Let me just put that on record. And anybody who feel like he said something wrong, kissing us and kissing rest away us too. That me I tell you. Oh.
as there are concerns with respect to how it is that the public is engaging with the issue, and I don't know that the comment does anything to attract a conscientious example of the issue.
Big up, Jim.
That's what I will say. I think it's necessary that both sides of this debate, this conversation, tone down and be a lot more rational and focus on the shared goal of reducing crime and bringing Jamaica to a state of lawfulness and peace.
Kevin O'Brien Chang, is it time to tone down the rhetoric?
I can tell you something. 95% of Jamaicans are with Dr. Chang. What is the greatest human right? These are human rights groups, right?
The right to life, they say, is the greatest.
The right to life, the right to stay alive. What's the number one job of a government?
To protect life.
Security, they would say.
Safe.
Yes.
Keep its people safe, right? And for 20, 30 years, Jamaica had the highest murder rate in the world, by far. It was embarrassing. We were up at 60, the next people were like at 40 sometimes. And for over consistently, other countries would have high murder rates and then drop out, We were up there in the top 5 for like 30 years straight. Not only embarrassing, but horrific. How could a society allow such thousands of people to be killed every year and people see business as normal?
JFJ saw that as normal, and this is why I tell you, JFJ should be a prescribed terrorist organization. They want Jamaicans to die. And Horace Chang is saying the right thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, so me never in a fool now, because if me didn't a fool, I would actively try to defund them. See how Trump, they have America and I try to defund people? I would use my connection. Andrew Holness, who is loved by the world and is respected by many in the world. If I was Andrew Holness, I would be working behind the scenes to defund JFJ and make them go extinct. They are doing a disservice to our country. Iceberg, big up yourself. Andrew, big up yourself. Anders, big up yourself. Mike Larry, big up yourself, my boss. Enough respect. Tony Cooper, big up yourself. Ed Mary, Sanja, big up yourself. See? Jem, Cindy Lynch, big up yourself. Tanya, Dean, big up yourself as well. Beverly, Clark, big up on yourself. JFJ is doing a disservice to Jamaica, and I don't care when nobody wants it.
Finally, we got a prime minister with the balls to attack the gangs, which were protected by both sides of them. They can't tell me any difference. PNP and JLP protected their henchmen for elections. Finally, the Prime Minister came, said, no, we are going to give the police freedom to take on the gangs, no matter who they're connected with. Word have dropped from the 1,600 a few years ago. It was at under 700 last year.
But Kevin, hold on, Kevin. Let me just be clear on something. Let me just be clear on something.
They don't want any good
hold on, Kevin. Calling for accountability from the police. Surely you're not saying that necessarily translate.
Kevin O'Brien Chang, I agree. I don't normally agree with him, but I agree with him today. JVU, big up yourself, Erica Smith, big up yourself. Livingston, big up yourself. Seeing Warrell, big up yourself as well.
Into being anti-police.
What is Indicom doing? Indicom is there to ensure accountability from the police.
But that doesn't mean other voices can't be elevated in that quest.
The 2% where Indicom finds a problem. Let the human rights people deal with them, because the police are not perfect. Let's get this straight. No organization in the world is perfect.
But I don't know that Jamaicans for Justice is requiring perfection, are they, Kevin?
Well, let them deal with the ones Indicom has a problem with. Don't attack every police killing. And this good Jamaican for
Exactly.
justice. Let me know.
That is true. They should not attack every police killing. The ones that Indicom is dealing with, that's the one they should attack. But they might attack every police killing, meaning that they might attack a police every single time there's a police shooting. That is what JFJ is doing. They need to get away from here and move up. We need peace and safety in our country now. Good evening to my beautiful mother-in-law. Good evening, mommy.
For the court.
You're late, you know. I'm about to the next chick.
Remember that when the court, the man.
No, but hold on, Kevin. Hold on. No, Kevin, just a second, Kevin. Just a second, Kevin.
That caught the five truths
Kevin.
of the picture and the mother.
Kevin.
What did they say? What about rehabilitation?
Kevin.
Yes.
Jamaicans for Justice has existed since 1999.
Mhm.
And their mandate has always been to hold the security forces, the state, for abuses of human rights. And I'm saying
And that's
to
what
you,
they're coming.
and
I can't remember JFJ behaving like this under PNP government. Maybe, me no know. Maybe me never realize I made it too young or something. But me no remember JFJ behave like this under PNP government. And under PNP government, police was hitmen, police was murderers, police was everything that was bad under the PNP. If you remember JFJ used to behave like this under the PNP, you can't tell me. But me no remember them behave them away.
I'm saying to you, hold on. And I'm saying to you, and I need you to accept this. Surely you're not saying that to ask for accountability from the security forces means that one is anti-police. That is not your position, right?
No.
All right, I'll open a break. Let me take the break. Let me take the break and come back with more. Jermaine Barrett, Kevin O'Brien, Chang. Hold it. Human rights lobby groups. And this morning, the National Security Minister, the Deputy Prime Minister, came out swinging. He has accused human rights lobby groups. He named the Jamaicans for Justice in particular of living off blood money. Kevin O'Brien, Chang, says the Security Minister is quite right, and he speaks on behalf of the majority of Jamaicans. Jermaine Barrett says the comment may have been too inflammatory and it may have unnecessarily crossed a line. Jermaine Barrett, but is Kevin right, though, that there is a certain posturing to civil society advocacy that Jamaicans may now be seeing as anti-police and that they should perhaps change that approach?
There's merit in that position. I think Kevin is right. That the vast majority of Jamaicans view civil society as being anti the fight against crime and defenders of criminality. I don't share that view. I don't think that view is reflected in the evidence, but that is likely to be the case. The fact, though, is that civil society needs to communicate a lot clearer to the Jamaicans at large, their core mandate, and that they also need to defend the police when it is that the police are under attack, defend citizens when the citizens are under attack, and not be seen as they constantly are, as being defenders of people with, who come into a conflict with the law, quite often. But I don't agree with Kevin at the same time that this matter has to do with, well, if it is that you're holding accountable and demanding accountability from the police officers and the JCF, that you are necessarily against the downward spiral in crime and homicides. I don't think that makes sense at all.
Kevin, is part of the problem the advocacy? How can JFJ change that perception then? The perception you hold that they're anti-police and they don't mean Jamaica any good.
They are anti-police.
Once upon a time, the police were very brutal. No question about that. Remember, for years, police have been hated in Jamaica, Ever since 1867, they were formed. But Indicom has come along. Indicom's job is to make sure that they examine every police killing, that they're not killing innocent people. Jamaican for Justice, they're trying to do a job which is being done better by somebody else. What they should be doing is looking at the bad eggs. Yes, you have innocent people being killed or questionable. Focus on those. And also get justice for the victims. Does anybody remember Tanya Francis? Does that name ring a bell?
Yes.
2018, this poor little 14-year-old girl was murdered, raped, and her body was burnt in Arnett Gardens. Right? Never have we heard anything about anybody being brought to justice. That is what a Jamaican for Justice should be. Get justice for people like Tanya Francis.
But
Right?
but
Not-
Kevin, they
not-
do
hold on,
do work.
hold
But they
on,
do work
no,
on behalf of
hold on.
people.
Yeah, but hold on. When they make statements, that man that cut that throat of the mother and children, he carried on a couple years ago. 5 of them killed. What was the maker for this argument? What about rehabilitation for this poor young man? Now you tell me how a group like that isn't good for the country.
Exactly.
Or people are going to assume they want good for the country.
Exactly.
Are they here to protect innocent people, to try to get justice for those who are not getting justice? No, that is supposed to be their job. Not to come and broadbush and change the police who brought murders down by 50%. That is the impression of the public, and they make statements that the public cannot but conclude. They don't care about innocent Jamaicans. They want to protect their gang babies and to get their funding. How can you blame Jamaicans for not concluding that based on the statements they make?
I agree.
Just to again clarify, Jamaicans for Justice is considering that kind of posturing defamatory. They say it's untrue and that their funding does not differ from the funding received. Let me just finish this point. Let me just finish this point. The funding that the government, the state receives from international donor organizations. Yes, Kevin.
What I'm saying is based on their statements and posturing, how can the public not conclude that they do not value innocent Jamaican lives and are just want to attack the police to get funding? I'm not saying it is so, but based on their statements, how can we conclude differently? When the police are killed, a soldier was killed last week. Did we hear Jamaicans for Justice say this poor man putting his life on the line to keep Jamaicans safe? We feel for him? No, you never hear that from Jamaican for Justice. So you don't hear them having a sympathy with their security forces who put their lives on the line to keep people safe.
But I can say, Kevin,
Dr. Blake has said about the body cameras, it is a very complex issue. We cannot drop them so. It requires a huge technological back end to keep it figured out. He has said repeatedly, and they keep coming with this soundbite thing to catch people and to catch people abroad.
Yeah.
That the Jamaican police are brutal.
Okay, let me just say, Jamaicans for Justice has in the past condemned the killing of police officers. I think part of the problem is perhaps the media has not reported it, but I certainly have seen those statements. So let me ask you, Jermaine, does JFJ then need to start? You think it could help if they start being equally vocal, as Kevin is suggesting, when members of the security forces come under attack? Because they do it. That
would help, Ricardo. But I think importantly as well, while we celebrate the new JCF, the JCF that respects human rights, the JCF that is demonstrating greater degrees of professionalism, the JCF that is holding itself accountable for the best practices in policing, we also have to credit civil society for having advocated and agitated to the extent that we are getting the kinds of services that we're getting from the JCF. No, but it's not. I think it is. I think it is problematic, hugely problematic, when people like my colleague commentator here condemn civil society and ask questions like, do they mean any good for Jamaica? They have secured a lot of good for Jamaica by virtue of the kinds of sort of professional ethos that we're experiencing now from the JCF. Indicom and the accountability mechanisms have been fought for long and hard by groups like JFJ. And we have to be grateful to them for that as well.
Yeah.
I have written articles in the past praising JFJ, I am not against human rights people when they're doing their job properly and being responsible and making the proper statements and seem to be defending innocent citizens. I support that 100%. But they had lost the plot about 10 years ago. Yeah. Totally went off track. It started when they started wanting to put these illegal things in school about the buggery law and all that. They lost track of keeping innocent Jamaicans fighting justice for them. Why are they not calling for people like Yatanya Francis? That's one I've never forgotten, that Yatanya Francis. The poor mother, she's being burnt, thinking is a cow or something, is her daughter being burnt after being raped. And has Jamaica for Justice ever said we're going to try to find who did that? No.
Yeah.
You don't hear them talking about that is where they should be doing it. Trying to get justice for those who have no other way to get justice. That is how they started. That is how Jamaica for Justice started out, that people supported them. But Indicom has now come to keep the police under control. That's their job. Jamaican justice for job is to get justice for those who don't have access to justice, not to come with crackpot statements about rehabilitation for a man that cut 5 throats.
So, you know, JFJ to me is no better than the PNP itself. It is a criminal enterprise. I am sure I am speaking for a lot of Jamaicans when I say this evening that JFJ, I can't see no purpose of JFJ serve. You know, and when the gentleman say groups like JFJ is actively fighting against this government along with the Gleaner, along with the Integrity Commission and several others. It is a coordinated attack on this government. And the government is starting to speak up now because that is what it is really about, my people. When PNP was in government for many years, see, police kill people en masse in Jamaica. We had police officers who were hit men and hit women. See? And I didn't see, I can't remember JFJ being this vocal. And like Kevin O'Brien Chang says, they should be out there fighting for justice for people like Yotanya and others who died. Some of the worst deaths by the hands of criminal. The government is cleaning up the country. See? And the government job is to secure the nation. The government need to give the police the freedom, and they are giving them the freedom to clean up the place. That is what we need. When we find people in our society who are threats, including JFJ, we must weed them out. That is my stance on the matter. So I stand with Horace Chang this evening. I stand with my government. It is us that implemented the AG. It is us that implemented the IC. It is us that implemented the Indicom. It is the Jamaica Labour Party that builds this nation, you know. I wonder if you don't know my people. Big up yourself, Marston. See? It is our government that is implementing all of these safeguards. It is our government that started with the body cams. See? And JFJ a complain about police killing. Me don't remember them. You can't tell me. By the way, the phone lines are open, my people. We open my phone lines for early in case anybody want to call it. See? I don't remember JFJ behaving like this. As a matter of fact, I remember many years ago, one brother named Kentucky Kid was killed. One artist killed by the police, then lick him vehicle and him and them in a cascas and then end up and kill him and beating woman. And Jamaica for Justice weren't able to get no justice for that man and his family. You know, all them do are name foreign people money. See? Now, if you are in America and you are out of control, see? Me see somebody say, why police kill the homeless man? Now, if a man is mentally disturbed and he have a weapon, America, they not even wait for a jar weapon off of them, you know. They just want to see back a hit or see something or make your finger touch it so. And they make strain out of you. And that is justification. So what's up? Down in Jamaica. A man have to literally take up a knife and try to stab you before you kill him. And he might chop you before you kill him. Eh? Many years ago, in London, 2011 to be exact, there was a riot in London. The police had wiped out a man called Mark Duggan, who they say was a criminal. when you really look in the background, you know, some questionable things happen in the background. Now he went to a location and pick up a shoebox with a gun in it. And upon seeing the police, it would appear that he dashed with the box with a gun over our fence. The police thought he still had it. See? And basically executed him in London here. And it caused a massive riot. Nothing never come of it. And the reason why nothing never come of it because, you know, Mark Duggan was plagued with, you know, previous encounters. You know, a lot of these people, and I'm saying that to say this, a lot of these people that the police is killing, and me not say they did the right to kill Mark Duggan because if he never have no gun upon him, they should have killed him. See? But a lot of times when police encounter some of these youths, police know them, you know. Police lock them up already, you know, catch them all with things, you know. And then get away, you know, before the system did so robust, you know. Then go a court and get away, you know. So police know some of them, you know. Know them good. And tell them sometimes a youth, you know, humble yourself and then I hear. Because they don't want to go look work. So when police catch them and wire them now. Why JFJ no go sit on one side and catch them body pan baboya? Why? Feel with life, no matter. We not no right as normal citizen. Gunman go for a rampage and kill we and the state not to kill them. And that JFJ I said, no. And this is why we are trying to get across. These people, a lot of them are criminals. We not say some of the police shooting, they're not questionable, but they have two different internal bodies to investigate them. Plus Indicom. See? So, when them people go out and terrorize people, police have intelligence on them. You remember the youth we kill Slicky Anna? About 1 or 2 years, him in a jail for, you know. And as soon as he come out of jail, he gonna get himself mixed up again. Police have to go wipe him out. I don't see no reason for JFJ I try to attack the police with every killing. You know? After when Indicom go in and Indicom investigator, Indicom say, boy, they want to questionable, you know. That is when JFJ is supposed to roll in. See? That is when JFJ is supposed to roll in. When Indicom go and Indicom say, the one you see the one they want to questionable, we're not too sure about the one. That is when JFJ rolling. Okay, what to say? You need to find a real job, asshole. Yeah. My real job is to tell people like you, K. Watson, you know, people who are criminals and your criminal friend them and your criminal family them, my government are going to kill you all out. I'm glad. You see me? All out the way I give problem in our country. We're glad to get rid of them because we want to live in a peace. We can go anywhere we want to go and walk anytime of night. We have our family them. We want to know so we look a girl pit then can go have them look a hotel work and them come in 3 o'clock in the morning and they alright. We want to know so we son them a drive them look a taxi and then can gunman and kill them and take with them taxi and rob them. We want our country to be safe just like any other country in the world. In England, we can walk anytime of night, anyway. All in the worst era, them still can walk anytime of night. See? So when time I have to look a criminal friend and look a criminal family them. Me a criminal friend and criminal family, but guess what? From them realize say Andrew done the ramping, them done the ramping too. All of them gonna look work. And them humble themselves now. And make certain one them too. So they must know Me ever want, you know, I ever talk. Enough me talk to. Enough for me talk to no there right now. Then gone. Cause they not here. But my prime minister done ramp with them now. So all who can hear go feel. So all I know we have a local criminal family them and a local criminal friend them. And when time they go do nothing, have them in a yard catch up. You see when the police come in and a clean sweep, all who they fix sweep out too. We get rid of the whole on a criminal enabler. And this is what we want the thing go. And big up the real G them way. You do what they do their thing. And then take up the Prime Minister offer, put on his steel and go and learn to do something. Then want something better for themselves. So big up to them people there. See? You know, matter if me there England attack shit, you know. Me there England, me there Jamaica, me there everywhere attack shit. And only look who no can look, no can run up on me. See? Because I realize say I be a keyboard warrior I PNP have. Whole on just full of mouth and love run off on the mouth. See? I tree somebody from me a blog, I tree somebody say me for dead and it cheer them dead already. Three of them. From me a blog, you know, tree somebody inbox me, you know. Tell me say, yo, me for dead, me for get gunshot in my head. When me look the first one, me see Ben up in an accident up at Chilani. God murder him. See? I went to me look the next one coming on my inbox again. When me look, him burn up. Wanna run come man and ramp with God's anointed. A God work me I do, you know. I truth me come for spill, you know. So wanna run come. Yeah, man. Let me tell you something. What we are doing in this country, by way of government, it is the right thing. If we are going to live in peace in our nation, me see one name Lenky here sitting one top PNP. Me see him coming in my inbox. Yo, suck your mother. Anyway, me see your box in her face. So me say me cannot come now. When me look, Ben up to dead like dog. Big up, you know, there is. PNP they don't have no ambition. And anybody who affiliated with them, no ambition. See? I don't want to feel like say, I know soft soap thing and feel like my thing soft and feel like you can see me and run up. No, can't do that. Let me tell you right now. So no try I know. I'll Patrick too. Patrick, me forgot about him. He councillor Patrick from Petersfield. He come down in box, tell me say, come move us. Suck out your mother, come move us. Eh? Skin, me see him skin out in a sauce and underpants. God kill him too. No do ramp with me. I'm telling you something, Jamaica. There is going to come a time when criminality is going to go out of control again in Jamaica. And that will come a time, and that time will come because we have a set of Jamaicans who are complete and utter idiots. And at some point in time, they will vote in the criminal organization. Remember, so me telling you, and that is all the excuse all like criminal them will go underground and go in a hibernation will need. So in order for we to progress and to keep it peace the longest, we need to keep the Jamaica Labour Party in government as long as ever. And hear what Kevin O'Brien Chang say? We finally have a prime minister, both parties, and this is a fact. Both parties in Jamaica used to shield criminals because of political gains. So when one Dan say my labor right and he can bring in one crowd, then you used to allow him make him do him a do. When one dance say my PNP and he can bring in one crowd. Remember last night Uncle Josh said Angela Brown Burke. When the Prime Minister start go after a gangster, them and start killing them. Or when the police then start go after a gangster, them and start kill somebody than them. Angela Brown Burke say. I'm going to look for the clip there. Hopefully I can find it because they probably delete it by now. Angela Brown Burke say the JLP is going only after PNP dance. A PNP done alone, JLP a kill. What happened to Phil Dan? We don't have no Dan. The last Dan we did have in Ghana prison, America, Dodos. We don't have no more. How long now since Dodos Ghana prison? About 15 years. We not affiliated to no more or to none. Truth I truth. And that is it. Today, Andrew Holness. No criminal, no Dan. Can't say they affiliated with him. None, not one. And this is why when you see the country are clean up. I don't know, heap of people are doing killing in my paper. Sometime when time police wipe out one criminal, you know, that one criminal they kill 30, 40, 50 people already, you know. Sometimes a true Jamaican and profile and have serial killer because enough I killer them where police get rid of them. A serial killer. Then kill 30, 40, 25, 50, 60 people already. Some of them. So I stand with my government. You know. And like me say, a whole heap of youth out there. Them put on their steel and them a do something. Them a do bricklaying, them a do plumbing, them a do something. That is the right thing to do. Life nice, you know, my friend. You know, it feel nice when time I come so boom, and me carry a whole of my pitney them on the beach. And me and my woman sit down on the beach, I watch the pitney them play. You know, me feel nice when me carry them out, make them go buy a piece of KFC or a piece of Burger King. We don't like Popeye, my people. See? Eh? I carry them go buy ice cream, and I carry them at Devon House and I sit down, I watch them and eat their ice cream and then them the things they use them for pray. Growth of your family enough youth. How one and two youth and because of badness and criminality, you know, dead left them. I want to live as long as I can to see me pity them graduate. I want to see when time they get their first work. I want to see my grand picking them. Anytime after that, I can go on. See? That is part of the levity. That is part of the dream. Everybody aspire to have things. You achieve one vehicle. You achieve one house. You achieve $1 million in your bank book. You achieve some children. The objective is to see them grow up. See them go off of college. See them go through school. See your grand picking them. That is also part of the objective too. And many times I come here and I try for reason with the youth them. We don't only say them for dead alone. You want them when I hear them for dead, because they're not here. But whole heap of youth can rehabilitate. Andrew Holness himself say it. Andrew Holness tell them all the while, so no put on your gun. We need you in our workforce, so no come. Put on your scamming, we need you in our workforce, so no come. Nothing wrong for work, you know. I work me I come from, see them still in a part of my uniform. Me drive over 300 miles today. And me I come home a while ago, me I drop asleep. That's why I come answer late, because me have to pull over and try to take a nap. And it never works, so I drive off again, and I drive off again, me start drop asleep again. Me have to pull over again. You can't work. You work on money. And you take your money and you save and you hustle something. You don't have to thief, you don't have to trouble nobody things, you don't have to rob nobody. Me have a cousin down in Jamaica. You can't read. You can't read. You don't even know if you spell his name. And from me know him a hustle down a market. From me a pitney till now, he still a hustle down a market. No for youth them when you see a perpetrate badness, them bright youth them. Me can tell about some of my friends them were dead and gone. Them bright, me and them go to school, me and them in the same class. Me know say a bright youth them. But because of easiness, nothing wrong for work. You can work and save and achieve things. See, if me have something to do, and a little crumbs that me get from Yasso, and me can back up you with something off of my pay, and me send down to Jamaica go do something. That's how we deal with things. Cause no boy now go bend way over. Well, me don't know about Subaru, but they not go bend me over for certain. So, we will go and take my time and work. Every maker make a mucker. My father always tell me say pound make 2 pounds. So I try to save. Me a 36-year-old and there's a plenty of things I'm still not achieve yet. Because I want to achieve, I still not achieve yet. But I not go thief nothing. I not go hold up nobody and stick up nobody and try to rob them things. And I not sit down and wait. Me there in England, I not benefit from nothing, you know. The amount of money where they take out of my pay in a tax, I pay probably about 15 or 1600 pounds worth of tax every month. And I not take back nothing out of the system. I have to pay all of my bill them by myself. Government not help me do nothing. I don't want no help from them because I'm able. I have to look after my picking them and look after my responsibility. Is it hard? Yes. But you have to make do. You have to make do. Sometimes we have a band with belly too. There's things that you can do to make ends meet. Jamaican people seem to think the government have all the answer for everything. Me there in England, me not look to the government for nothing. Right now, me need to vote for Keir Starmer because I say me don't vote for England. I mean, I follow up the election process anymore. I just love for them thing. I focus on my country because my country this. And when I'm ready, I go come home. And because I go come home, I want to know say Jamaica speak and spang. Big up in a junior. There's plenty of things that is going on in Jamaica that you can do. Everything at England and money. Y'all have to pay if you breathe the air at England. Let me just tell you. See? We live freedom in Jamaica. We have freedom. Nobody not bother with, nobody not in trouble with. We just ask for a little peace in our country. That's all. And if it means that we have to kill someone if we achieve a peace, and that's going to happen. Tell you no all the way, so you don't have to like me, but I got to talk the truth. Anytime I get up on this side, so I'm going to make mischief and mayhem in our community, them, or mayhem in our community, man, we can't go live in a peace. You know, if we go on, you better we bury you, know. You know, me there Westmoreland where I see Pitney them a play skimmage in the road again. Me see Pitney them a play marble. Me see kite a fly. One time they sitting there extinct in a Westmoreland, you know. I wonder if you don't know. Skimmage now playing on the road. Because every time I Pitney them go play football, one stab up, one and kill him. I saw we did that live down at Westmoreland. Andrew Holness bring back that sense of security. Me see elder they out sit down on shop corner I play domino. One time nobody not play no domino unless the shop lock up because gunman will pass and spray up everybody. And them the kind of tyranny there we did that live in. So me I tell you if I work, you don't want to work. Say I work, you don't want to work. For me I work, I still not achieve enough things. But me still a try, we not give up. Because we must get it. But we not go thief it. And no boy not go pull if you get it. We are work and save our money, look and achieve it. So if I work, you don't know want to work. Say I work, you don't know want to work. Because you can't work and have things. My band come see my father with things and I work, he work. I don't know if him I do not illegal. Bertie said me freeze a while ago. Me freeze to everybody. You don't tell me if me freeze to everybody. I don't know, Bertie. Maybe me frozen to everybody. Caitlin said no. Maybe I you me freeze to Bertie. Winford said no. Victor said good. And Lifestyle said you are back. So me did I freeze to some people then. You know. You know say me realize that happen. Sometimes it good on some side and sometimes it freeze on some side. And then when me I watch back the audio, I realize say you don't hear me say, but when the audio post on YouTube, it chip out at some part. PNP always dep on the live, you know, and you know, like when time people attack nothing productive because that's how they stay in a band with no ambition. Enough of them are junk body, you know. They don't have no ambition. So when you come and you reason with them and you try to level with them to make them have like understanding. You know. Me look out for myself, you know. Me buy nice things and I wear nice things. So me not work in a vein and I do not with the money. But, you know, if me never have the money for buy nice things, because plenty of time me never have it. Me do without. That me I tell you them. So one have do without. Just because you don't see no bridging by one action, you don't know when do forget it. If you are a worker, you can save on 20,000. Save on 20,000 when you reach 300,000, you know, and you have that in your bank, you know. You can go borrow a loan against that in your bank, you know, and go buy one too. Or buy something similar. Just take the time youth and do not do. Take the time and do not do. You know, if you are thief and trouble nobody things, the police go and kill you. And me not like thief, you know. Me not like thief, none at all. At them for dead. So no trouble nobody things. You know, go and get a job. I like myself find myself a nice little cheek and masala, man. Get to youth and make them youth they be on a purpose. Nobody follow up no friend, cause enough of them wanna see that a friend they follow, you know. And half of their own they go, you know. A friend thing make them dead, you know, enough of them, you know. Me glad my father grow me as a leader. Me always a lead. So me not go follow back and no man and do nothing. Cause me a leader. You know. So JFJ, in closing, my people can make a left on soon. See? Because we don't get no call. I hold out long to see if somebody will call, but we don't get no call. So JFJ, I believe should be disbanded. I believe JFJ and NIA should be prescribed as two terrorist organizations in Jamaica. You know, and if you don't notice, anytime them feel like say government do something wrong, they on TV, everybody come out. Nobody not come out feel like a 3-year-old baby we dead yesterday. Nobody not come out feel father we dead last night. Nobody not come out feel 4-year-old we dead a Mandeville, a Manchester last week. You know, 19 murder happened last week in our country. We don't hear nothing from JFJ. You know, so we have to take the time and do what we are doing. The people them way and misbehave. Plenty of time police talk to them. Plenty of time police I'll call them to come in the office and tell them say you don't behave on yourself. Me know of instance like that in our Westmoreland. And they not here. So when they not here, anything reach them because what we are gonna do? If them are going to be menace to society and we can't go live in a peace, it's better we get rid of them, sir. Want to feel right to live and feel right to have peace. If them decides to feed them life no worthy, we then can be law-abiding citizen. Why we fi take on it? We don't supposed to allow them, man. Them only come out with police and the other day before the election, one time you see them come out a protest. A PNP set up it. Nicola.
What's a go on? Good night.
Good night. What going on?
I watched Mr. Chang. I listened to his I was watching the interview, the telephone interview,
Yes.
and I understand what he said, like 1,000%. Because I mean, it is so much that these ministers are going under right now, and now is their time to fume and vent. Because what he's saying that the JFJ, they tend to denounce the police before even a case be convicted or so on.
Yeah.
So the case not try, and you just denounce even when the evidence is overwhelming.
They don't like police.
Every time
we're straight. They like bend police. They don't like police where are do their job. They like corrupt police. And that JFJ.
They like corrupt police. Exactly. And that is what Mr. Chang is saying, and knowing that what is going on at the moment with the opposition, whereas each time each one of their members are being called to about their are called about their wrongdoings, the leader is keep on saying that, oh, we're waiting on this, we're waiting on that until the evidence says this. So the JFJ is a part of the PNP arm. It's not really a Jamaican arm. They're working alongside them. It's just the truth. It is evident. And they don't like police. As you say, the PNP them not like good cops.
Yeah, they like bad bent police, so they can use
they like
bad man police.
That can be,
like Adams and him.
And Mr. Chang, you can hear it in his voice. He had enough. Like today, Darrell Vaz spoke, and they had enough of it. And they said they're not going, and they stand by what they say 100, one say 1,000%.
We feel like
because I would say one did I say them I take it light, But they have enough of it now.
Of course.
Especially the Gleaner. Darrell Vaz called out the Gleaner. And that is what that's what they did.
You remember when me telling you one night, so we stuck on the corruption index for 3 years and we not move. Because of things like this. If you have JFJ get funding from international bodies, that means they would be in contact with international bodies. So if JFJ is trying to paint Jamaica as a corrupt place, that is what the international body will think, that Jamaica is a corrupt place. Them not there,
That's when they get their support.
Exactly.
That's how they get their support.
So
the more corrupt the country is, the more money they get.
Exactly. So when time
persons that don't understand but if you understand what is happening, you would understand clearly that what Mr. Chang says is 1,000% right.
Of course.
But you cannot destroy your country because of money. That's why the man call it blood money.
Yes. So when time
because when crime rate was up, that's how JFJ get their money. So when our crime rate is low and they don't get money for that. So they are these people, JFJ are the real blood suckers.
Them all go
because
extinct.
The more blood run in Jamaica, the more money they get.
Them all go broke, because we are going to clean up the country. We are bring down murder to about 300 a year. So JFJ are going to get broke. I bet JFJ, no get broke.
So that is what is happening, and him never back down. And when me hear, I stood I mean, I stood on what he says.
Of course. All the way.
But you know,
Every
because
right
you
thing
know,
in
it's been a
Jamaica.
while we've been saying that. It's been a while we were saying that, oh, them a joke, man, because it hurt us, you know, because you know we want betterment for our country. And sometimes when we hear them in silence, they cannot take it no more.
Them a listen to we, Nicola. You think they not hear we? Them a hear we cries. We have a listening government, a technologically savvy government. They say everything will go on past social media.
And now the incident with the two politicians. Would you believe that the Gleaners showed? Oh my God! These media, these media houses, the media houses of Jamaica. It's a disgrace.
That's why Gleaner go extinct too.
I had was to see, watch the truth.
Gleaner.
On JP New last night,
Gleaner
as
lose
Natalie
200
showed
million.
us what transpired. It was the caretaker speaking, and the MP jump up. That's what caused all of those chaos, you know. That same, me know something about this man, me not trust him, you know, because even when you spoke about him, you know, I said to you the night I texted, the way this man was, the way he dealt with Miss Olness, and he was being provocative. You know, like somebody being cheeky and trying to get on your last nerve. The woman gave that man 5 chances, and the 5 chances he blew it. When you're here, you're not supposed to talk about certain things, and you're talking to these MPs as if they are kindergarten.
If you look on Chris Brown closely, you know, you will see that he look like a black version of Mark Golding, and the two of them look like they have Down syndrome. If you look on the two of them closely, you know, so we don't expect no better from him, guy. Either right, either upstairs there, you know.
I think. Like some persons are saying they don't really know him. But let me tell you, when I watch Miss Oldness nurture that child in the parliament and try repeat, you know, when you go to school and the teacher repeat and they ask you if you understand before you start, you make an attempt.
Yeah, man.
For the question.
You ever see what?
And you say, yes, teacher. And him say, yes. And as him start, him go back there. And she say, oh my God.
I think he did do it on
I
purpose.
knew this man is a troublemaker. I knew from that moment that this man is a troublemaker.
He did do it on purpose. Then you know, you say DUJON'S beat up one man, Nicole.
But suppose me tell you, say, your voice depend. I hear your voice. It mainly circulate. I don't know. It's a recording between you and the individual that got assaulted.
Yeah, man, he gone over 20,000
And that is what we were talking about. Because I watched JPU last night after you, and that is what they've been. You're involved in this, you're involved in that. And Mark Golding keep on saying, as long as they are not charged, as long as they are not, you know, their evidence is not whatever.
Mark Golding a junk for criminal thing.
You know, he won't suspend them. He won't do this. He won't do that.
You know,
and why is it when the
you know, Mark Golding post one criminal, one known criminal where police then kill. Mark Golding a criminal, you know, couple like journalists when me tell you know. Mark Golding is a criminal, he's a mafia boss, Mark Golding. He mix up in all kind of criminality. I wouldn't want to lead the country.
You hear them? I don't know the gentleman. I don't know the gentleman. He was a footballer, according to what they're saying. I don't know if he's just a trainer or whatever. But you forget, my text it since not some minutes ago. You remember this guy from Jonestown, a very well been known and a very good footballer that went to St. Thomas and was in a shootout, and while they were trying to escape, they could have locked the door and the whatever with the gun, and the police held on to him. So why? Because he's a baller now, you're gonna say yes. And they said it's years he's doing it, After everything I heard that he has been a paid assassin for years.
Yeah, enough people.
And it's from Jonestown. He was a baller
Enough
for
people.
Arnett Garden.
Enough people do things and we don't know, yeah, man. So me I say, but guess what? Not a God Almighty thing can hide. Every single thing we do wrong, it come to light at some point. You take it, me tell her.
And the next thing again, when I look and see the lady a mourn the death of our child, and JFJ did not hey, JFJ, hey, me say the five of them want drop in a one barrel and roll go down King Street and not top roll till them reach down waterfront and sink right down there to down at the harbor.
You know, say if I did England with JFJ there, right? If I did England in there, we could have start one petition, and if you get I think 150,000 signatures.
That is what Karen is saying, because she's saying, we start a petition, you know, because we are going to write the people, and we're going to find out who we get to the sponsor from, and we are going to write to up, and we are going to petition.
I think they might even get government funding
has been not doing anything more than destroying Jamaica for far too long.
I think they get funding from our government as well, you know, if I'm not mistaken. I think our government might need to pull that funding, you know. But them get funding from different places.
When I look and I see the first time in the history, I see people protesting against gunmen in the history. Well, it might happen before, but we never see it. And it was the murder of those, the father and his son. And the people protested. It showed you that Jamaica is heading for a change. They make up their mind. We're gonna do police right now. We're not gonna do no bad man, because them talk. We have enough of one now. We're not gonna take up for it anymore.
Look at country peaceful. What do you man? Country peaceful. What we make about whatever differences you don't have.
Oh, the next thing I want to tell you, DUJON'S, is that in the same interview, Mr. Chang declared that there were so many Jamaicans on a list. There was hundreds of Jamaicans on a list that these criminals had made. They say if you escape December, you will dead by January. And there was a list, and he said it is evident, and these police worked off intel. Very good intel.
Yeah,
so these criminals, the fact that the country is getting better, what they intended to do is to get rid of persons that are probably a part of the cleaning up or a part of having Jamaica on a, you understand? But they said they had a list. These criminals, that was what, when you hear Mr. Chang, you heard it in his voice. He felt the hurt. Because it's like you're saying, when you look and see like 100 odd Jamaicans on a list, and you kill 3 men or 5 men, and you think JFJ come protest that, which if you had allowed those men to live, 100 odd Jamaicans would have died.
Exactly. Better we get rid of them. You don't know,
George asked him, and he said, yes, George, there was a list. There was a hit list with Jamaican's name.
Of course.
The list was made before December that some people weren't supposed to live.
Of course.
Past December.
Anything possibly in Jamaica that is run by the PNP especially. And all of them things are the list business. They don't know a long time it happen. See? Man have list of people they want to kill and sitting. Yeah, a long time it happened, man. I just know from way back when.
But
see?
What is happening now? The police are working off very good intel, and the Jamaicans, the Jamaicans now are being serious and stringent. Some of us careless and don't care about others, because you see, honestly, all of them fear death. The whole of we fear death. But some of us are humane. The fact that if another man died, we feel it, even though it's not us or one of us. But you have some people in this country that is only when danger knock on them door. Them said danger is dangerous.
That we want to start up my JFJ people them door. We'll see what them are going to say now. That we want to happen. We'll see where them are going to say when they reach a feed them door. Me post a video on Facebook I say rated to and me see how much people are message me say me be careful with me and say cause we turn up on my door and rate and police will kill me. Police will kill me for. You know see me in V green and badness and intelligence of police them I use. If police kill me and do it in Vaza and Dan then send them police they kill me. Oh, but I can't know what me do.
And you know the thing is I don't let me tell you knowing what I know, there's a lot of things honestly I didn't even remember. And because of you people that are keeping us informed, reminding us of our history, doing all of that, let me tell you, these PNP. And when I looked, I saw one where it was the nationwide news network as well.
Yeah. Because
they're making a big deal about our tax.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Doge, I never remember the history these people created in taxation.
What? Yeah. 17
like
long
some
year.
of them, like one of them that when they wanted to legalize prostitution so they can tax it.
Mm-hmm. Even
I never remember that.
Even party.
I never remember they taxed it or
listen to this, Nicola.
Huh?
Listen to the whole PNP cruel. When enough of we go to school, well not me, but when enough youth go to school, their mother and father can only afford to buy them one patty and one box drinks. A pitney mostly eat patty and box drinks. And PNP put tax on the patty. PNP put tax on the patty and mostly pitney eat patty.
Tax on the patty.
And PNP put tax on patty.
On sanitary napkin. They put tax on sanitary napkin, Dodge. These young people we need. You know, I listened to Karen and I realized because she said what she did is go in the street to let PNP know what they really voted for in comparison to what is happening now. What you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because enough of these you don't understand. Say if PNP did in a power down to them underpants get taxed, you know.
What I mean, of course. And guess what? Had the PNP won the last election, they would have levied many billions of dollars of tax.
They're
because
acting and they're speaking as if they're on a pedestal.
Yeah, the things that man did say them are gonna do, they could have funny on their budget.
The taxation that Jamaica got is from them.
Well, I don't know what we are gonna do, Nicola. we between the rock and the hard
place. As much as we can educate these youngsters, it might not, you know, but as long as we have evidence sometime, because it's really the youth we have to depend on right now, you know, because when you speak with these elders, you know, you realize that them doom, you know. I was listening to this guy that was talking about the highway down by Bourg, down by Montego Bay.
Mm-hmm.
That is supposed to, you know, the highway that they're building.
Yeah, we know
the bypass. Mm-hmm. And the man said, I don't understand. That's why he lives in Portmore. And he said, I don't like no old people in a Portmore. And I was, you know, not understanding what he's saying. When he spoke his cause for that, even though, you know, it's just word speaking. But I understand him because he's saying, how can you vote for a government that you have to pay to go home and pay to leave home?
Right now, PNP move like
when
a
we hear the man say so,
I want to tell us something, Nicola.
I say like, I can't even believe say somebody just wrap it up.
I want to tell us something, Nicola. Listen to this. We have a thing called ULEZ. It called ultra low emission zones in England, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you drive your car in that zone, you have to pay. You know? You have to pay, and then in a London, they have a next thing called congestion charge. When you're driving there, so you have to pay one different fee. Plus, you have to buy gas every day. Plus, you have to pay insurance. Plus, you have to pay tax fee. You can't same way different, you know. See it? So, you basically have to pay for breathe the air in England. Imagine people didn't have done something that we go to a Jamaica. Just imagine.
But if imagine it would have been a reality if the opposition was in power, because all they do is find loopholes to place taxes. Because when you play the documentary the other day, they were the National Housing Ministry, that they changed and turn it over to renamed it to National Housing Trust. The National Housing Ministry was just a ministry that it is there to help the housing crisis of the country. But it was the PNP who turned the NHT into a tax sanction on the Jamaican people, where you have to pay an NHT tax.
You don't know what happened. Under the ministry, they were building proper homes. So when NHT take over, I saw a little square box, they need a build a little half veranda.
Yes,
and you have the toilet in a one.
All of them big man, that's what they did. They took control of our housing. And they was to tax the Jamaican people because him wanting big money.
So absolutely.
And that's what they did. And every time these people wreck Jamaica, and it's like, but I understand these young people, they don't really. So sometimes if we can share a voice, because from you tell me about this sharing, every time I watch me try.
Yeah, man, just share it to at least. Just share it to at least one person.
Because when I look at it, I say, but what you're saying, it makes proper sense, because these corruptors and liars and cheaters, them share them lies.
Of course.
So we supposed to share our truth.
Of course. Just share it to at least one. If everybody share it to one, somebody.
Time we supposed to share how much time, because I say me alone can't understand it, and me need to share it that others can understand.
Yeah, man. If Nicola, if one person, if say 272 are we there, if one person each share, enough people that we hear, we are get to listen to information, and them can share one time them.
And I can't believe I share it. I share it to somebody that I'm saying, because some people funny. So I say, I'm gonna share it with him, because I think that it might not gonna be so fussy, and why you share it? I don't really want politics. And the man send me a OMG face. That means he didn't know. I never put it in perspective, so the information was important.
Of course. Yeah, with the whole heap of research, you say Uncle Josh have a laptop, full of information, they say keep him thing them, See? So we need to get, and like Uncle Josh said last night, they are actually erasing things. We are looking for some things and we can't find them.
Yes, they want to rewrite history in their term. It's not only happening in Jamaica, it's happening overseas as well. They're trying to rewrite history. So we forget who did us what. So we don't know who did us wrong or who did us harm. So they want us to point the finger on the wrong person.
When I look on this, just a couple of days ago, a man jump over chump fence. And jump over chump fence, then turn him in a strainer. And after they turn him in a strainer, then go search him and find out saying he have a weapon on him. And JFJ in Jamaica tell we say, we don't fi kill gunman. Him jump over a fence, he must have go fi kill Donald, we don't know. But he need but they not give him a chance.
But they can't wait until that to find out, because first thing he's wrong.
Well, we can't wait for a gunman to kill nobody else. We have to we know so them a killer, we are white. And guess what? Gunman tell for a gunman. So police will catch a gunman right now and he say, yo, that them and they do this and him do this and so then things they work. No stay there. So police have information. But Nicola, we're gonna wrap up now. I'm tired. I want to sleep.
Yeah, I understand. Have a good one.
Yeah, man. So me soon tomorrow. See?
Yeah,
So
man,
guys,
I go for Karen, no?
all right. So guys,
All right, cool.
there's
Yeah, man.
274 of us. Please subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. Big up all 274 persons. Big up all 156 persons that gave me a thumbs up. And I will see you tomorrow morning. See? Much love. Surely Barretts.